Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm here to show you this really fun self-closing box that you do not even have to put any adhesive on. And look how adorable that is. Wouldn't that be a great favor on a Thanksgiving table or a nice thing to bring to your teacher if you're in school? I have two little granddaughters that are 5 and 4 who are in my stamp room with me right now, and they've promised to be really quiet while I make my video. So here we go. I wanted to show you this because I got this swap, a 3D swap, while I was on the Alaska 2026 incentive trip. And less than 1% of demonstrators achieve that. I do need to use that disclaimer. But French demonstrator made this, and I just thought it was so adorable. Her name is Ade Barbara, and she just, I'm not sure if that's how you say it in French, but she just earned her $1 million in sales, so congratulations. So this is so adorable, perfect for some little cookies and some little tea bags. My little grandies tonight have had these little Biscoff cookies, maybe 3 or 4 of them with their hot chocolate and after their dinner, and then I put a little tea bag in there. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this. I'm using the 2 sentiments from the Radiant Sunflowers bundle that also has gorgeous dies in here. I'm not actually using any but the leaf there with the stamp, and I'm also using the new, also coming out September 1st, the new Tile Garden dies, square dies that mimic the patterns that are on the Spotlight on Nature dies. So they're really going to be fun to mix and match those circles and squares together. So let me show you how we're going to be doing this. I have a diagram here that I'm going to have you be able to see and download on my blog. But we're going to start out with a 5 1/8 by 10.5 inch piece of cardstock. We're going to take the 10.5 inch side and put it at the top of our trimmer or our scoring tool, and we are going to score at 2 3/4, 3 7/8, 6 5/8, and 7 3/4. So I'm going to do that right now. Yes, Edith?
I'm trying not to laugh, but I can't stop laughing because this is making me.
Oh, okay. So Edith thinks that this is funny. So, okay. But I told her if there was an emergency, she could pat me on my hip. And so she was doing that. So 6 5/8. So I did 2 3/4, 3 7/8, 6 5/8, and 7 3/4. 7 3/4. Okay. Now we're going to turn that. So once again, we did 2 3/4, 3 7/8, 6 5/8, and 7 3/4. We're going to turn to our 5 1/8 inch side, and we're going to score down at 1 1/8 on each side. 1 1/8 and 1 1/8. Now an eighth is this small little tick mark right after the 1. So right after the 1, that's 1/8. This is 2/8, which is 1/4. This is 3/8, 4/8, which is a half, 1 1/2. Okay, so now we have that. We have to do 4 more score lines though on this card. I'm going to pull up my little foam mat here. Yes, Gwen?
Sometimes when you say something that here's a little silly to me.
Okay. You can laugh. Okay, now I have to get back to work. Okay, so what we're going to do is put our score lines coming from this middle section, okay? So we're going to go from the second score line from each side, and we're going to score from the top down to the bottom here, okay? Because we need those fold lines. The easiest way I find to do that is just to go ahead and do it with a ruler and either your bone folder or your scoring tool. Okay, and I'm just doing that on each side here. And this is going to be the little flaps that close in to self-close this box. And then all we have to do is find out what treats we want to put in there. You could easily put some chocolate candy in there. You can put tea bags, which I think is perfect for that because, I mean, what a nice little treat to give to somebody. And here we go we're going to do this score line. So we've scored all around that center, okay? And we put these diagonals here. And once again, you will have this on my blog. Just go over to cindyleeBdesigns.com. Underneath the YouTube description, along with links to my store and measurements, there's also a link there. Just press that link. It'll take you right over to my blog, and you can see this and you can download it. So here we go, and I'm going to show you how this is going to fold. So what I like to do is I like to fold on all of the score lines here. So I fold back and forth on all the score lines so that it is nice and pliable. So we do it there, and here I'm going to put this little foam mat away. And so I just do that, okay? Then I'm going to fold in on these sides here, on the top and the bottom, on these little score lines. Okay, and that is what causes the nice little tight closure of the box. Isn't that cute? So now we just have to decorate it up a little bit. I'm going to show you this gorgeous paper that I'm using with it is the Sunflower Fields paper. Gorgeous, colorful sunflowers on every. This one is nice monochromatic in the new in color. Why can't I think of it right this Golden Glow. And so you've got all these beautiful ones, and then you've got great patterns that correspond and really match well with the papers there. So I decided to use that Tile Garden die that is just about 2 3/4, and that's going to be on the front. So then I cut down this piece here that had the polka dot down to 2 3/8, and absolutely does not fit. So why did I cut it that way? Aha, I'm going to show you. This is the piece that goes here. So I'm going to cut, it's actually 2 3/8, 2 3/8. I just forgot to cut the one side of it. So 2 3/8, 2 3/8. I only cut 1/2 of it. Okay, so here we are. We're going to put the 2, we're putting the 2 3/8 here. Okay, and we're going to put that on 2 of these really cute squares here, and it will fit in there so that you can see the neat little detail around the edge. So these and you could use anything, squares that'll match inside that. You're going to kind of play around with the supplies you have, and you know, you could use stitched shapes, stylish shapes, your squares, or whatever you have in your toolbox there. Now that's going to go on the inside and the outside. I used Cajun Craze because that's one of the colors that's in the DSP, and I'm going to see, there we go. I'm going to put one in here. That little section in there is like 2 3/4. So this is the perfect balance here of filling in that, and you see the really neat dark accents of the early espresso. So on these corners here, we're going to be putting 2 3/8 inch pieces. It's a little easier to open it up so you can see the score lines, but I measured them out to be 2 3/8 on the 2 sides. 2 3/8. Wait, am I doing this right? This is 2 3/4. That's 6. Oh, so this should have been, okay. This should have been a little bit bigger here. This should be, this is 2 3/4, this is 3. So no, it should be 2 and, let me just measure this here. I just was, okay, so no, that's 2 3/4. No, it's 2 6/8, 2 6/8, 2 4/8. 2 4/8 is 2 1/2. Oh, so this should be 2 1/2. So I'm going to cut these down to 2 1/2 here. I have a piece here, So I'll cut that to 2.5 and 7/8 of an inch. So 1, okay, 5, 6, 7, 7/8 wide and 2.5. Well, let's see if that mixes in there, which is supposed to be, yes. I don't know why I cut that wrong. I was playing around. So, okay, here we go. Here we go, 2.5. So we just put a 2.5 inch piece by 7/8 because the section, the width of that section is 1 1/8. So you have to cut it down to 7/8. And that diagram that'll be on my blog will be very easy to follow there. Okay, we're gonna put the word enjoy in here because why? They're going to enjoy the treat that's inside this little box. We're just gonna put that right in there. I'm using the Stylish Shapes little chubby banner there. Okay, then we're going to put this closed and then we're going to put some decoration over here. Okay, and we're going to put this at 2 5/8. 2 5/8. And we're gonna pop that onto here. And let that sit there because glue has a little bit of wiggle room there. Okay, did I glue that on? I'm not sure. So 2 5/8 for this section here. And put that on this side, right there. And like I said, you have to kind of hold it for a second. Okay, I don't think I have enough glue on here. There we go, make it flat. Okay, and then what I did is I popped up, no, I did not pop up. I just glued the Thinking of You a little off center here, and then I'm going to put a bow. I'm going to put a bow on here, and then I'll put a leaf on top of the bow. So I like to, when I'm doing a bow, I like to take usually two pieces of the linen thread because it has a little bit of my glue on my fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna just tie a little bow there with 2 linen thread and then get that pulled out here and then pulled here, and just get that a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna put that coming off the side here, and I need a glue dot, and I just happen to have some stray glue dots here. So I'm going to put the glue dots on the side here of this banner, because on this one I kind of went a little bit off to the strange side. So then I'm going to put my bow my little leaf there. So I'm just going to get a little piece of a dimensional here off the side, and then whenever I will put that on the side of the bow, and that'll be awesome here. Okay, little leaf there with a bow under it. And isn't that adorable? You could even put a little message back here. But Thinking of You, this is so super easy. You can look at the diagram that's going to be on my blog, starting with a 5 1/8 by 10 1/2 cardstock score on the 10 1/2 inch side at 2 3/4, 3 7/8, 6 5/8, 7 3/4. Turn it on the 5 1/8 inch side at the top, score in on each side 1 1/8, and then you score from the second one in from each side down to the first, and flip it and do the same thing here. Just follow the diagram you see on my blog, and you can download that too, and you'll have all the directions to make this adorable little box. And thanks again for the inspiration, Barbara. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.